the Gators will kick it away to start us off. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The give to the back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. They'll try to get the first through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Now on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly.
Run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency. First down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The lone back's got it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Steps away. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
From the gun. Give on the inside. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Quinn. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Convert that 3rd down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you've watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down. You throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
There he goes. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision. gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Rambles into the end zone for a touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida's offense will go to work for the first time today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot, not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head, that will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. Two guys we know are going to play at the next level, but I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Stands in and takes the hit. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Took care of it himself. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Wide receiver going in motion. Skips away from pressure. Slings it downfield. Lost the defense is wide open. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's done. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Here comes the heat. Looking for a big gain. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again. There
are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Flushed out of the pocket. Got his man on the right. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Going for it all. And he's in for the touchdown. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to go up top. There's the pressure. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. And the Gators decide to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the offense back onto the field. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Now 7 defensive backs on the field getting ready for a passing down. Second down, he'll throw it. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. With the catch, it's done. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. The give to the lone running back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Shotgun snap on third down. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's McCourty. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the RPO, complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. And some room to work. Turning it on! And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Moses. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. They'll run play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Moses. Stopped just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fakes to grab. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, 3rd down, they tried to run the football thinking they could catch the defense off guard. They were able to get some yards, not the first, though. So now you've got 4th and very short, and what do the analytics say to do?
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
Number 7. Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Kansas proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Jayhawks team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Zings it complete to the right. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On the run deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Fires to the middle. Complete to the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Gators are flying down the field. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Moses. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Catch in the middle. It's McCourty. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to keep it in the air. Works the middle of the field. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The hand to the running back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
And the returner goes down. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Going right to work up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Moses. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Complete in the middle. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And this one is perfect. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
They'll open this third quarter with a run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Swings it out to his running back. Crosses the 45. It's a seam wide open. Inside. Touchdown Gators. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pucks it out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking down the left side. Balls in the deep ball. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. It's complete to the left. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Steps away to find some room. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught for the touchdown.
young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They're testing the right side here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your...
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. That last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators have this offense rolling. Motion from the wide receiver. The give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon.
Off play action on 1st down. Buying some time. A strike downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. A shot toward the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gators send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. To the air on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Connection to the right. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Bought a little time. Lets it go. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. It's caught. That's a touchdown.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. 3rd play of the...
Breaks into the open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. The Gators are marching down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Hands it off. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Never a doubt. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in stride inside the 20. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. How entertaining has this game been? How good are these offenses right now as we take a look at the stats after 3? So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers and then coordinators figure it out and then start double teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Leaves it with the back. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is the 36. Looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Finds a crease at the 20. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Trying to power it in. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for time around. Caught in the backfield, it's Moses. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got a man.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete, because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
Gonna look downfield again. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Looking to the big tight end. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. So now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. He uncorks one deep. Snags it. And no one is going to catch him. Cruising cruises into the end zone for down. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down, 10 yards to go. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Makes the grab. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. The give to the tailback. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The Gators will punt this one away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play.
There he goes. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And, guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on 2nd and short. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. Creates a little room. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Got room to work. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
They're going to ride this running back.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Find some fresh air. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
And offenses are majoring in this now, right? They know the jet sweep is a big part of what they do, how the defense is going to respond, and they're just going to give it to you over and over again, see what you do for it. Nice job by the defense. They didn't give up a big play, but they're always looking to set up that next play and how to attack the edges of a defense.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Got some room headed to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's open on the right. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
He's tackled at the 12-yard line.
They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14, and they want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and